Well, hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. You guessed it, we're still at the mountain. So today I'm gonna do just a short video on a scarf joint. Something I ran across a few months ago. I wrote myself some notes, and I think it's gonna be real interesting if we can figure out how to do it. Of course, I've never done one before. I've never built a cabin before. So let's see how it goes. So thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. We appreciate you being here. This has been an absolute blessing for us to be able to do this build series and for us to be able to put this cabin up. So get yourself something to drink. It's absolutely beautiful here today. It's mid-50s, you know, shirt on, shirt off kind of day. Enough of me jabbering. Let's get to busy. Okay, so sorry I got my reading glasses on. I already drew this out, so I didn't mess it up when I'm trying to explain it to you. But like I said, I've never done it before, so let's figure it out together, right? So what we're gonna do is we need to make the length of this joint 3 times the width of our board. So we're using a 6-inch 6x16, 2 inches, 2x6x16, right? So it's 6 inches wide, 3 times 6, 18 inches. So we're gonna come back 18 inches and we're gonna draw a line. And then I'm gonna take a 2x4, because it's the same thickness as our 2x16, and I'm gonna draw these lines, which you'll see here in a second. And then I'm gonna cut all this out up here. Well, after I make these 90 degrees, make some 90 degrees right there. I'll cut all this out, and then I'm gonna replicate that on an opposite 2x6, so that they fit together. And then this little spot right here are where some wedges are gonna go, or some shims, where they're gonna slide together, you know, V-shaped shims, and it's gonna push it apart so it pushes it against itself. If that doesn't make sense right now, give me a minute. Let's move over to the boards and see if we can make it make sense. Well, all right, let's see if we can do this without messing this up too bad, okay? Talk about the first person view. So like I said, we're gonna come back 3 times the width of our board. We're just gonna round up. I know we're really not 6 inches, but we're gonna call that. So right there is our 18 inches, right? And then I'm gonna take this 2x4 and I'm gonna run this way. So I got it right there on my 18-inch mark, and I got the other side right there on the corner of the 6x6. Okay, you see that? So I'm gonna, well, there it is. There it is. So now I'm gonna mark a line here, and I'm gonna mark a line here. And I'm just kind of going partial ways. There you go. Okay, and then I'm gonna go 90 degrees here. Well, hold on. What am I doing? Let me look back at my picture. See, that's why I take pictures. Did I do it wrong? I did it wrong. That's got to come in the width of this. So I did the wrong side measurements, right? So I got to do there and here. There we go. All right, now we do .90 degrees to that line. So 90 degrees to this line at 18 inches. So there. I know it's quite the mess now, isn't it? So this line and then 90 degrees to this mark. Right there. All right, I'm thoroughly confused. Anybody else? Let's see. So we're not using this line. So I'm going to X out that line, and we're not using this line. So that will help me understand where we're at, okay? So we're going to cut down to this, cut over to this, cut into this, cut over to this, right? And then we just need a 90 degrees. We need to find the 9-inch mark. So right here is 9 inches, because that's the center of our 18. And we're gonna draw there's a 9-inch mark. Okay, take it a little higher so we can reach that top line and the bottom line. Finish that line all the way up to that. This line all the way down to this. And then we're going to cut here, cut here, cut here, cut there. Well, I don't know about this line. What am I doing here? 90 degrees from that. So this line, not that line, this line. So we'll cut you, cut, 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 cut. Then we'll take another little space out here for the joints. So we're going to cut this corner. Hopefully this will all start to make sense to you and to me the further we get along here. All right, let me see if that looks like my picture. Come down, over, up, and down again. All right, yep, kind of, sort of, mostly. All right, so let me grab another board and then we're gonna match this up. So the beautiful thing is it doesn't really matter if this is off by this way or that way a little bit. If you saw when I was cutting, I was off a little bit. The most important thing is that this joint's gonna match up with the other joint that I'm about to make. So let's grab another board and let's get these two married up. So ideally this would be nice and level, a nice level space, right? But as you see, I've got the board we cut out on top, the board that we're gonna cut out on the bottom, and then I just need to make sure that they're as straight with each other as they possibly can be. And I've looked at the crown to make sure that the crown is going the same direction for both. I don't know if you can really appreciate it from here, but I'm gonna move you over just a titch, just to make sure that that's, nope, too much. Right there, see that? Nice and straight down this side, nice and straight down that side. I got a little bow on each one of them on the right side. You can see just a titch. So I'm gonna mark this out and then we'll put it back up on the stand and we'll cut it. Yep. So you there, you there, you there, there, and there, and all of this is coming out. So let's lift that back up on the stand and we'll get her cut out. Well, that's not what we wanted. That kicked back on us a little bit there. We'll see if we can still make that work. Let's get that cut out with the handsaw, and then we'll put it back down there and see if we can get these matched up. Now let's move this over and see if it lines up right. That's the $1,000,000 question. Oh, there's what I forgot to do. Well, that works out good. I'll take a little section out of this piece right here for our wedges to go in. So maybe take out this much here, and then when that slides in, there'll be a gap there, and then we can put the shims or wedges or whatever you want to call them in. So let me pick that up and do that again. Is that right? Take it out on one so we have space on the other. Yep. See if I can make some shims here real quick. All right, let's see how this works. Okay, so again, not ideal, but you got what you got kind of deal, right? Ideally, we'd be flush here. Everything would be nice and level, but it's not. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna take this wedge. I already drilled a pilot hole because, you know, if you don't, this is what's gonna happen to your wedge. It's just gonna split in half. I mean, it still might split in half. I haven't tried it, but I'm hoping it's not gonna split in half. So I'm gonna set this bad boy right here, and I'm just guesstimating on this one where I think that's gonna sit, or need to sit rather. But I guess we'll find out. So that wedge is in place. Now we're gonna put you in place, and this is where the level thing would come in handy. And it's kicking my butt right now, but we're gonna make it work, because that's what we do here at Watavue Mountain. We just make it work. So I'm gonna push down. Now you see, I'm gonna get wedge number 2, and we're gonna start working that in. But I'm gonna have to work it in while I'm pushing down too, since I don't have anything level. Well, I do, I have the deck of the cabin, but it's not long enough. So I'm gonna try to do a couple different things all at the same time here. I'm gonna try to wedge this in, keep this flush. You need to come on over. There you go. You're there. You're going back in your home. Take the leaf out. And then as I tap this in, these gaps will start to close at the end. And in theory, oh, I'm losing the camera. It's definitely a two-person job. This is tight as a tick up here, though. You can see that's come in nice and tight. That's trying down there, but we're not quite there yet. So tap, tap, tappity tap. I might just go over with you. No, I think I just screwed myself. How's this one tight and that one's not? That's the million-dollar question. But it is tight. The whole thing is tight. I just got to get it flush here. And in theory, we don't need any fasteners. However, I am always skeptical of that. So I'm going to drop one here. So that is secure. Now I'm going to flip it over. See, that's not secure. What the? Okay. Let's try this again. Like I said, I've never done this before. So what I did is these two ends weren't matching up. So when we were closing the gap, it was doing nothing but I was just beating the heck out of this little wedge. So I had to shave a little bit off of, I think this one right here. Just a, I mean like a 1/4 of an inch, so that now when I set this one back up, put you together. See, this is when I really need a second hand. So set you there, set you there. Little wedge goes in here. I got it pretty straight. I had it pretty straight and I jacked it up. So I'm pushing down on the top beam and it's trying to twist on me, but that's okay. Now as I tap, oh yeah, look at that. Snug as a bug in a rug. Yeah, buddy. All right. That wedge is in there good. All right, like I said, I'm still gonna, they say you don't have to use a screw here, but I like to use screws. And this is coming up. So I think just because I'm not level is the problem right here. If I could get level, that'd be golden. If I can get the screw in there. Brought it down tight, nice and tight. All right, let's see if I can flip this without tearing it apart again. Nope, can't do it. Stuff's just shredding. There we go. That's straight. That's still tight though. I know it probably don't believe me. You're like, yeah, whatever, dude. Keep telling yourself that, but let's get a screw in there anyhow. All right, there you go. Now cut those off. Make sure that guy stays snug right there. Yeah, buddy. I'll cut those off with a circular saw, Sawzall. And then I might still come back and put some banding there, but the great thing is some of the trusses are, at least one's going to land here, maybe two, because it's 18 inches. So that'll give us additional bracing there. So, well, all right, friends. So there you go, scarf joint. It's a little harder by yourself than it looks, and plus, like I said, it's not level. So if you're going to try to do this, I would say absolutely make sure you do it where it's level. If I was thinking, I would have done it before we put the walls up, because I had a nice and level deck right there. I could have done it, but since I have two 16-footers together, it's about 32 feet long, and I just isn't gonna work right now over there. So that's why I did it where I did. Two people definitely would have been helpful with the uneven ground, but we made it work. Like I said, in theory, you don't need to put mechanical fasteners. You don't need to put screws or nails or anything in that. I might come back and put some 4-inch screws in there as well, and then maybe something on the sides too, because I'm just not sure. But this is gonna be our ridge beam that's gonna go all the way across the 24 feet. And then it'll give us plenty of space for hangover on each side, so we have a foot of hangover on each side. So yeah, so that's it. Quick little video. Just wanna show you what we're gonna do, try. We'll see how it works. I mean, if the thing splits in half when I get up there, I'll go with the old traditional. I'll just sandwich some wood on the outside and nail it all together real good and call it a day. But I like the way this thing looked, and it seemed pretty slick. So we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow when we start doing the roof. There you go, a little teaser for you. All right, friends. Well, thanks again. Thanks for coming. Like I said, something a little different for me. Today was a lot of cleanup stuff here, and I just wanted to show you how we were going to do this. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Absolutely blessed, as always. We're blessed to be able to do this, blessed to be able to share it with you and have this mountain to do these things. So if you like what you're seeing here, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. We try to post new content every week or so, just so you know what's going on up here on Watavue Mountain. So as always, be safe, and we'll see you next time.